So you're seeing everyone become rich. You're seeing everyone make money around you. You're seeing all these people on social media making hundreds and thousands of dollars. But yet, you're still not making money. Now, y'all, welcome back to another video. It's Nate Yaps, and we back at it talking about, how to become rich, how to become financially unstable, and just, how to grow yourself, how to become a better person. Now, y'all, I got some things written down. You feel me? I don't know if you can read it, but I'm going to be the one to read it. So, like I said, you guys want to become rich. You guys want to get on that journey where it's like, you feel me? You want to make money. You want to be able to go on vacation. You want to be able to not clock into 9 to 5 every day. So let's get into the first one. I know I always say this, but I'm going to say it again. Mindset, y'all. This is the method. Understand that there's so many rich people saying this, but you cannot become rich if you do not change your mindset. Now, I have some difference today, y'all, so I am going to change it up, but I want you guys to understand this, that the mindset is a real powerful thing. When becoming rich, you have to fall in love with the process. You have to fall in love with the grind. A lot of y'all like the outcome. Y'all like the nice cars. Y'all like the, the money spread. Y'all like just the big houses, the nice condos, the sky, the sky rises. But y'all don't love the process. Y'all don't love the grind. You feel me? And part of having that mindset is you have to fall in love with the grind. You cannot become rich. You cannot become successful if you do not fall in love with the grind. If you do not have that discipline where it's going to take you to all these things that you want. So understand that you have to fall in love with the grind. You have to better your mindset. You have to change old habits, break them off, and start up new ones. Understand that you cannot become successful until you start changing the old habits. Understand that you cannot get to where you want to be until you start changing up the sauce, until you start changing up the recipe. Like I said, you get to where you want to be, but you have to change a lot about yourself. You have to break yourself down, build yourself back up. And like I said, you're going to build yourself to a stronger and better person. So understand that when you're falling in love with the grind, when you're changing your mindset, when you're speaking more positive, when you're thinking more positive, when you're manifesting more positive things, I promise you everything is going to change for you. So much is going to come into your life. And you're not even going to realize it because it's going to come so fast, y'all. One thing I realized when it came to me, making YouTube videos, when it came to me making TikToks, everything is coming so fast for me. Like I said, yes, I have some videos that flop. Yes, I have some videos that get low likes. But at the end of the day, it's attracting, hundreds of views. I'm getting a lot of likes. Like I said, one of my videos just blew up on TikTok. Got over 10K likes and it's still growing. So like I said, the consistency, the change of mindset is leading me to have more blessings coming into my life. It's leading me to, just have more it's leading me to have, more people recognize me, y'all. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, you have to change your mindset in order to become successful, in order to get to where you want to be. Because like I said, you can be negative all you want. You can be depressed. You can give up, but you're not going to get to where you want to be. Like I said, you loving the end goal. You loving the outcome when it comes to being rich. You love you love seeing, money. You love seeing all this, but you're not falling in love with the process. And one thing I can say, when it comes to getting to where you want to be, you have to fall in love with the process. Now, here's another thing that rich people are doing that you have to do. Don't give up, y'all. It's as simple as that. Do not give up. Understand that when you are grinding, when you are being consistent, when you are trying to be at the top, you have to not give up. Most of these people, they did not blow up overnight, y'all. It was countless times of them studying how to do something. There was countless times of them being consistent in whatever they were doing, whether that's social media, whether that's, just anything they want. You feel me? I'm going to say social media only because I'm doing social media, but put this into, your life at the end of the day, whatever it was. Chase your dreams, but do not give up. Be consistent with it. Do this every single day, regardless of how the outcome is today, regardless of how the outcome is tomorrow, regardless of how it is next week. Continue to do it. Do not give up, because at the end of the day, these rich people, these people that are up there right now, they did not give up. They trusted the process, and look where that got them. Y'all got to realize that all these rappers back then, I guarantee you it was people doubting them, saying, here go another rapper, or here go another YouTuber, or here go another social media influencer. And they kept being consistent. They kept grinding, and look where they got them. Oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know her. Oh, I know them. Whoop-de-whoop. I used to go to... Yeah, nobody cares. Now you don't know me because now I'm at the top. So it's kind of like I said, Be consistent, keep grinding, because like I said, you're gonna get to where you want to be, but you cannot give up. Understand that the process is gonna be hard. Getting to where you want to be will be hard. But if you're consistent, you're gonna see growth. You're gonna see you're gonna see a consistent flow come into your life. Like I said, when it comes to content creation or when it comes to life, put it to example, when you're going to the gym, you're working out every single day. You're not going to come out the gym the first day and have a six pack. You feel me? It's kind of like it builds over time. Over time, you're going to see that you losing weight, or over time, you can see that you're gaining muscle. But like I said, it takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes you not giving up. So understand that you cannot give up. Another example is social media content creation. You will post, 10 videos, 20 videos in a week. Now, all of them might not blow up, but it's going to be a couple of them that blew up, and there's going to be a couple of them that got good views. So like I said, you being consistent, you're seeing the growth. You're seeing the change of stuff. Like I said, you posting, on your first week is not compared to you posting 2 months later. You might be getting more views. You might be getting more likes. So you built yourself a platform. So understand that you cannot give up on your journey when, getting rich and becoming successful. You have to keep pushing yourself. Even when you're tired, even when you're mad, even when you're sad. Like I said, the world keeps spinning. So if you're not keeping up with it, you're going to get left behind. Now, let's get into the next one that people are doing, to become rich, that people are doing to become successful. And that's learning about money and learning how to make it gravitate towards y'all. Now, understand that money is easily obtainable, y'all. It's so much money out there in the world that's, meant for you to go out there and grab it. Even the government will put it in your face that you can become rich in all these type of ways. But a lot of y'all will spend your money on, clothes, shoes. Like I said, that goes with clothes, but, cars, whoop-de-whoop. I'm telling you, the government, everybody knows, they'll put it in your face. This is how you become rich. But you're too busy buying designer. You're too busy buying the next car. You're too busy buying the next big thing. At the end of the day, go invest in something that's going to make you money. Go invest in stocks. Go invest in all these other things. Go invest in your business. If you're starting a clothing brand, go invest like those promos. Go invest anything. At the end of the day, there's so much stuff that you can invest your money in that's going to make you more money. But a lot of y'all don't want to do that. And there's a lot of people teaching y'all the method. It's a lot of y'all that see all these videos and y'all skip by it. But at the end of the day, if you're complaining that you're not rich, if you're complaining that you're not making money, it's so much people saying the same thing I'm saying. So it's kind of like, if all these people are saying it, maybe I should try it. So like I said, stop going out there and blowing your money on designer, blowing your money on new cars, blowing your money on new shoes. Go invest your money into your business. Go invest your money into stocks. Go invest your money into something that's going to make you double the money. Because at the end of the day, all these clothes, all these, shoes, it's all temporary. Even the money's temporary, but you're complaining about being broke. But you're blowing money on designer, but you're blowing money on all these things, but, investments. So like I said, go invest your money into something that's going to make you more back. Now, let's get into the next one, y'all. And the next one I wanted to say is taking risks. Now, none of these people did not get to where they wanted to be if they didn't take a risk, if they did not take that shot. Now, one of my favorite things that I made a video about is something that Franklin Saint said, in Snowfall. I don't know if he said this in real life, but all I know is that he said basically what he was saying. He said that, he's going to take the shot regardless if he makes it or not, because this is something that's worth taking. Understand that, like I said, you have to take that shot sometimes. You have to take that risk because you never know where you'll be. You never know the outcome. So it's worth taking that shot because like I said, you want to become rich. You want to see yourself in a higher position. So even if you miss that shot, you can go take different shots. You can, try again. So like I said, learn how to take risks because there's so many things when it comes to being successful that you're going to have to take a risk for. It might not work or it might work. So you have to understand when you become rich or when you're trying to become rich, you have to take risks. You have to go out there and try different stuff. See what works and see what doesn't work. Because at the end of the day, like I said, becoming rich, becoming successful, it all depends on you taking that risk. It all depends on you, getting out your comfort zone and seeing, what's going to change for you. Seeing, will this have a better outcome for me or will this have a negative outcome for me? So understand that you have to take risks. Understand that nothing is going to come to you. Nothing's going to be handed to you. You have to go outside. You have to take that risk. And you have to go out there and chase that bag. Chase purpose. Don't chase money, y'all. Chase purpose, though. So like I said, take that risk. Chase purpose because, like I said, the money and everything else will follow through. Now, another thing when it comes to being successful, and a lot of people will not want to hear this, and a lot of people, y'all might not be expecting this. Y'all thinking that it's sweet becoming rich. Y'all thinking that once y'all have the money, everything's set, you can live comfortably. You feel me? You have your nice little penthouse. You have your nice big house. You have your nice car. You have your nice family. But what y'all don't realize is when you become rich, it's a whole lot more responsibility than being broke. Understand that when you're rich, you have a whole lot more responsibility. You have to take care of higher bills. You have to take care of, now your family's expecting more out you. Like I said, stuff is more expensive now because only now, oh, sorry, y'all. But now your lifestyle is more expensive. So now you have to, maintain that lifestyle. Now you have to learn how to make more money. Now you have to learn, okay, what can I do to, become more rich? What can I do to become more successful? Because, everything that I'm doing right now, yes, it's good. Yes, I have the things that I want, but I have to keep up with it. Y'all also understand that it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of sleepless nights. It's a lot of grinding that comes into, you being rich, you being successful. Like I said, you can have all this money in the world, but y'all got to realize there's so much responsibility that comes with it. You don't see all these big people. Like I said, you don't see all these big people that make billions and millions. They don't go to the club every weekend. They don't go out every single day. And even if you see people that do go to the club every weekend, notice how they blow their money and they always end up broke. Understand that when you're becoming rich, you're not going to be able to do all the things that you used to do, like going out, every single day, like hanging out with your friends every single day, like being cuddled up with your partner every single day. You have to go out there and grind. You have to go out there and see, what risk you have to take. You have to go out there and see what opportunities are available for you to take. Because when it comes to becoming rich, it's so much opportunities that you have to take. But like I said, you just have to go and you have to go, pick it out. You have to go take that opportunity. You have to go take that risk in order for you to get to where you want to be, in order for you to get to a higher position. So like I said, that can be stressful. You might not want to do that. You might just want to lay in your bed. You might just want to, just kick it with your girl or kick it with your boyfriend or kick it with whoever, kick it with your friends. It doesn't have to be a partner. But at the end of the day, when it comes to becoming rich, you're going to have to, get used to being uncomfortable. Get used to, having that mindset where you're always grinding, where you always staying up late to go get that money, where you always staying up late to find new things, how to become rich. Understand that, like I said, it's not going to be handed to you. All this stuff is not going to be handed to you. It's like you're always learning. You're always trying to, develop your brain. So like I said, y'all, you have to be willing to deal with all that stress, all that, just heavy stuff. Like I said, it's a lot of heavy things that you got to deal with. Like I said, stress, sleepless nights. You're going to be tired. You're going to be, drained. You're going to be all that. But at the end of the day, you said you wanted to become rich. You said you wanted to become like all these other people. So you have to, see what it comes with. See what people have to deal with when becoming rich. Because yes, these people post on social media like, it's all good, it's all fun and games, but y'all don't realize it's really hard when you're rich because you have so much to maintain. Another thing I want to say is don't compare yourself. I know, like I said, I started this video, you see these people with nice cars, you see these people with whoop-de-whoop, but understand that, like I said, you cannot compare yourself. You cannot compare your story to other people's story. Realize that at the end of the day, if you're putting in the work, if you're putting in the grind, your time is going to come. Your next big chapter is going to come. But you have to understand that you have to stay patient. You have to hold it down. You have to put in the work. And, the success is right around the corner. Everything that you want is right around the corner. You just have to keep working for it. Keep holding it down until it comes. Like I said, these people did not blow up overnight. They kept working until they got it. So, y'all, that's what I got for y'all today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm recording this right after work. So I know I'm going to blow up. I know I'm going to be successful. I know everything going to work in my favor. That's that manifestation. That's that, change of mindset. Like I said, y'all should be doing the same. I hope y'all stay up. I hope y'all stay blessed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace.